This was not supposed to happen.
Put new tyres on, but...
Oh, you're joking. Got a puncture. Yep. Before the ride had even started, I had my first puncture.
We're 60 miles a ride.
So, it was all hands on deck. And thankfully, we had Joe to document my downfall.
How many men does it take to change a tube? Look at that. You can tell he's no engineer, like, can't you? Off to a bad start for Ed already. Having to...
Deliberately done it.
Oh, that's it, because I think subconsciously you don't want to have to face me on the Black Mountain hill climb challenge here.
That KOM's gone today.
It's gone, yeah. No response. The man is terrified.
Some considerable time later.
Here we are at the start. The rain has actually eased up a little bit, so hopefully it's things will continue to improve. And the catchphrase, my new catchphrase is taken off.
Cycling, eh?
You see?
Are we all ready now? Right, I'll catch you up in a little bit. Right, about the first half of you, go with N1.
Just when I thought I'd had enough bad luck to cover us for the day, lightning struck twice.
You need the van?
I think we need the van. Oh dear. Well, first casualty of the day. Unfortunately, Ed is heading home for an early bath because his bike is absolutely in bits. What is it? Is it the jockey wheel that's gone, eh?
Yeah, jockey wheel.
Cycling, eh?
Not canny.
No, it's not canny at all. No, it's no, that's rubbish, mate. That's really bad luck. Just waiting for the broom wagon to come and do its job. But yeah, that's no good, is it?
Well, what a disaster. An absolute disaster of a day. Where do I even begin? I apologise to everybody who entered the Band of Climbers ride. I apologise to Stuart and all the other lads helping out today. Today's ride would have been spectacular. It would have been, well, I'm sure everybody enjoyed, and the weather's now cleared up. It was pretty grim earlier, but people are going to be crushing 100 kilometers and over 2,900 meters of climbing on today's ride. So I'm excited to hear how everybody got on. It was going to showcase some of the best climbs and roads that we have in the local area. So I'm very gutted that I missed out on today.
I don't know how well you can see this, but basically the jockey wheel is on the wrong side of the chain, and the jockey wheel is also jammed, and when I backpedal that happens. So it kind of carries, so the jockey wheel is kind of shifted, the bearings are absolutely shot inside. The bearings I can actually see are starting to like try to fight their way out of the mechanism, and the teeth themselves are pretty worn as well. So I mean, we should have replaced these about a week or so ago, but we didn't. So I'm going to take the L on this one. Consistency is key, isn't it? When you train and when you try to perform your best level, consistency is key. And the funny thing is, like, when you train every day, it's never usually you that falters, but it's technology or like mechanics. Like something wears, something falters, you know, you get a puncture, or maybe you blow a spoke out on a ride or something, and then all of a sudden like your ride's ended, and then you've lost like 3 hours of riding. Or today in my case I was hoping to do like 6+ hours, so I've lost like a massive chunk from this week's training. So it goes like it needs to be said that this is the side of things now where like mentally I'm like, I need to get this fixed as soon as possible so that I can get back to training, because every day that I lose is another day. I've learned over the last like 10 years is that there really is no point in stressing about it, and I can actually use this time as a recovery period, and I'll actually come better because of it. So it's always a blessing in disguise. But looks like everybody enjoyed it, everyone got around safe, and you know, the route that I planned, I could have free roam with the route planning, so I didn't have to stick to the rule where they said you have to avoid going over the same road twice or going over the other way, for example. They just said you could do whatever you want. So in order to make it like quite an enjoyable ride, I thought it'd be nice to do like almost like 2 loops. So the first loop gets you like quite a lot of climbing straight away. Going up the climb I was doing my Everesting like training on. You go on to Betus Mountain, and for those of you that are local, or not even local, but like you can pinch this route, I'll leave it down below so you can grab it. It's definitely worth doing on a really nice day. It's probably a lot better, plus you'll get the ice cream van at the top of the Black Mountains, which is around about halfway. If you start in Ammanford with Cold Town Coffee, you need to get sponsored by Cold Town Coffee, because Cold Town Coffee stuff is really, really nice. You can buy their coffee beans online, but yeah, you can do another loop then over the Black Mountains, and 90% of the route is on like lanes, and dead quiet, like dead quiet. And some of the lanes are wide, some of the lanes are quite narrow. The descents, I told people at the start to be very careful because there's cattle grids, and you know, some of the descents are quite slow, especially on a day like today where it's a little bit wet. So you know, just take it steady. But it's a great loop. This is nowhere near like Katie Kookaburra's video from her ride that she did with them a couple of weeks ago. You can check that video out as well if you haven't seen it. So tomorrow they're heading down to Exmoor, and they're doing some climbs around by Minehead. So rather than not being like a video from today, I thought I would still put this video out at least, because at least I acknowledge the fact that everybody came out and made the effort. And you know, I just apologize that I couldn't like, I didn't even get a chance to like speak to anybody because I was too busy mending a puncture at the start, and then we split into groups, and then the problem happened, and I wanted to get a chance to chat to the guys, the Band of Climbers guys, about, you know, going to Switzerland for the Tour de Stations, and also like the OTE nutrition, the ride nutrition they had there. I haven't tried it in ages, and I wanted to get my nashes around it to see what's what with their ride nutrition. So it's fallen a little bit flat for me today, but we'll bounce back from it. We'll be back on the bike soon. But thanks for making the journey down, everyone. Thanks for tuning into this video. I know you're expecting a lot more, but as always, I appreciate you. Give the video a like, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next one.